Yes, back again at the bench with Laverack guitars / Toltec pickups, and this is just my opinion on why I'm not too crazy about Rickenbacker basses and guitars, to be fair. Well, I think they're a little overrated, which is going to... That's something that people would get offended by, but it's lucky that I really don't care about opinions like that. It's just why I'm not a massive fan. This one is a Rickenbacker 4003S in jet glow black, I think. It has the dot inlays as opposed to the little triangles. It has the rosewood board that's unlacquered. It's on the lower price bracket of the Rickenbacker basses. It has the unbound and it has the round over on this arm stroke near your belly on both back and front, which is quite nice. It's comfortable and stuff. These are going at about 2,600 quid ish, £2.5 grand plus. It is the mono jack, it's not the Rico sound. Simple 3-way switch, pause, volume tone for rear and front, and it's got this little push pull on the tone of the rear bridge pickup, let's say. The thing I'm not massively crazy about is that you've spent all this money on this bass, even it's in a lower price bracket as some of them, and half of the fret ends are still like just stuck out. There's frets all over the shop. The fretwork wasn't done very well, so I've had to go along in my fret press and glue a lot of fret ends down and reseat them and then re-level and crown the whole lot. For a guitar in this price bracket, you don't really want to be seeing that fret end sticking up. It was chaos when I got my fret level out and checked some of them. Pure chaos, especially around here. So a lot of dead frets, a little bit overrated. The truss rod system, they say, has been updated a little better. When I've repaired truss rods on Rickenbacker basses before, the dual, it's the two nuts pause there, and I've taken truss rods out before of these and just made a simple biflex and just filled the gaps in each side and then just done the single route down the middle with a biflex rodding. Works miles better. These truss rods, now I'm not sure if it's the one in this particular case, but in the old vintage ones, which probably is the same, the old ones, it was just a flat bar, a really long flat bar, and it's just bent over on itself, pause, with a nut there and a nut there, with just a little washer, and then when you're adjusting the nut, what that's wanting to do is, you know, a one flat bar bent over on itself, and it's wanting to kind of open like this when you tighten the adjusting nut, like that, if you can see. A little bit crap, in my opinion, which is professional, you know. Kind of crap truss rod system. The fret ends which were knack. The one thing I do like about this model, I think it's probably it was introduced in 2015, this one, I think, from what I can gather, with this updated, that's the thing about the vintage and a lot of the higher end Rickenbackers, the bridge saddles, shite. It's like fixed radius, and you can only adjust by 2 hex Allen thin grub screws either side of that plate that sits on And then if you get that raised up, and the saddles only want to go so far back, so the intonation can be a bit off and not very good. I've had to cut springs down before and shave saddles so I could even get a bit further movement back here. And then once that's adjusted with the action height, you kind of just, everything's resting on two little grub screws, all the weight. These have got an upgraded roller saddles. They're adjustable with a lot better range here, back and forth for intonation, and each saddle is height adjustable individual, a lot better of an upgrade if you ask me. It has roller saddles on it, let's say, where the strings guide onto, which then you can adjust the string span and the width between. That's a good thing. I do like that. What we've done with this particular one for the young man who has brought it is he is a Cliff Burton fan, and Cliff had a stacked Jazzmaster, I think it was Seymour, stacked Jazzmaster single coil Alnico, it's the hot one, in the bridge. So we took out that, that's what we modelled it on. We took out the original rubber magnet ceramic-y pickup that's in there, really trebly and twangy, which is what gives Rickenbacker their sound, you know, that signature grit and growl. But he wanted something a little woollier and a little more mid-range boost, let's say. He wanted the Cliff Burton. It was too twangy for him in the bridge. So we at Toltec made a custom stacked, which is essentially a humbucker, stacked jazz bass pickup. And we've got that in there. We've modified it, modified the bottom plate. We've taken off that little plastic cover that goes over the top of there. You'll see the strings will thread through that, but we've removed that, so we've got that kind of affair going on now. Cliff Burton's was the red cover. We've just gone for black because we don't have any red covers, and it's all nice and matching. That's what we've done to this one. We've restrung with the Dario 45 to 105s, cut the nut slot in, and now it's all rocking and rolling for the youth. That is just one of my thoughts on Rickenbackers in as a whole. There can be a bit of a swine when it comes to the intonation and the radius, and this particular one, for the money that had been paid, the not very good fretwork. He's had it for a year or so, so things could have shifted, but not to that level. Anyway, that is what it is. 4003 S Ricky, and it is jet glow. Easy, innit?